Hey, I'm Alexi. I'm one of the co-founders of Autotab. I'm going to show you how to use Autotab to build and maintain reliable web automations. So for the purpose of the demo, my team is building an app called GrubDash. It's a food delivery service. We're using Sentry for error alerts, and we're using Datadog for logs. And then we're using Jira for issue tracking. And so what we want to do is we want to take the error alerts that we get in Sentry, and then we want to match those up with errors in Datadog, and we want to create Jira issues for our on-call team that reference out back to both of those. So that's easier for them to get going and have those references. And there's no human who has to sit there and do that. So let's just see how this works right now. Let's see if we can trigger an error, get the flow going. Cool, right away, we have an error. Let's see if we can pull it up here. There we go. So let's go and start teaching Autotab how to do this task. I'm going to create a new skill. We're going to call it Sentry Alerts to Jira. And the first thing we're going to do is create an input because we want that event ID to trigger everything. So let's just paste that value in there. And then I think we're going to start, we'll go to Sentry first to find that event. Cool. So this is just like browser. I use it normally. I'm going to start recording so we can show Autotab what to do. First, going to click. We're going to have it do the lookup. Then I'm going to paste from Scratchpad. So Scratchpad's like your data store. So as you're going, you can pull data out, you can download files, everything else, and that just all goes in there and becomes referenceable. You can see over here, these operations are being loaded in. Great. We have the page. Let's copy that URL out. Great, now we've got that URL. Now let's go over to Datadog, and we're going to do the same thing. Just open up another tab. And actually for this step, we might be getting more errors in here as this is sitting here. And so I'm actually going to turn this into an agentic step. I'm going to say click the row with and I'm just typing out there, event ID. And now the agent will step in and it will look at the page and go ahead and click on that element. I could do something much more complicated if I wanted to. The agent can get quite sophisticated. Of course, the balance is that you want to constrain it so that you have a high reliability system. This is a fairly open-ended approach to this. I could actually show it the specific area in which I want it to operate to get it to be more focused. But this works great here. So let's continue on. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy that URL. And now we have that. And why don't we also get some data out of here so we can reference that? I'm going to just click and drag, like we're taking a screenshot, and then click extract data. We're just going to say, get the metadata, timestamp, and top line error. So we can say something sort of vague like that, and the model is going to come up with the data structure and fill it in. So determining data format, it's coming up with what the structure should be. Cool. So now I'm going to create an issue. And this we will title investigate Sentry alert. Let's go ahead and add that timestamp in here to make it unique. And then here, I want to reference the Sentry alert. Great. We want the Datadog URL. Grab the error message that we had from top line error. Okay, that looks good. We are going to give this over to the on-call team. And just for fun, we'll assign it to Jonas. Then why don't we add a label? This is coming from the client, so this will be a front-end error. Great. Now we have that working. Why don't we go ahead and test this again with a fresh error? So I will go back over here to the page, see if we can trigger the error again. Yep. And we have a fresh event ID. So let's go up here. We'll reset. And we're just going to test this locally. Because we're in edit mode, if the model's not sure of anything, it will ask clarifying questions or for me to show something again. Now, if it's in run mode, it'll try much harder to get things right on its own because I'm not there. But if it is something it really can't solve because there's not enough intent specified, or it's just a really complex task and it probably just needs to be given a little more instruction, it'll send a request for intervention via email, and you can just click a link and actually portal in to your cloud instance and give it feedback right there where it's running. Great. Now, let's go ahead and tie this into our backend. I'm going to copy the skill ID, and we have a webhook here to handle Sentry alerts. So I'm just going to set the skill ID. I've already set this up ahead of time, but it's very simple. We're just setting up our Autotab client, and we're going to be passing in this event ID. Go ahead and save that. Then go ahead and trigger another error, and we'll see if we get the end-to-end system that we want. Great. There's the error. Handling the Sentry request. There we go. Let's see if we have a portal coming up. So portal is what we call our cloud instances. So this is spinning up a headless version of Autotab, which you can actually attach to and remote into. So if you need to take over during an execution of a task, actually you can do it intentionally if there's something that needs a human oversight step, or of course if it encounters a problem, you can step in. So here we go. There's a video loading in, but why don't we just go ahead and open the portal? Great, it got that. Great. So there you go. With just one demonstration, Autotab was able to perform this entire task end to end and do so reliably. And because it's hooked into the API, this is fully autonomous and no human will ever have to do this ever again. That's Autotab. We're really excited to see what you'll go build with it.